Hi, this is Vimala Bhikkhuni again. I am here in my apartment and I'd like to have you join me either now or later. This will be saved on the Blue Lotus Facebook page and on my own page as well. So if you're out enjoying the sunshine out in your yard or patio or in a good space where you can be outside, just keep on with that. We need the sunshine. We have it here today in Crystal Lake, Illinois, and it's relatively a new thing for us, so enjoy it if you can. So the news is not getting any better. We may be getting a little bit more used to being inside, but I don't think any of us feel ready for more bad news every day. So I think it is something we really need to do is think about our own inner resources and our own practices and what we need to let go of and what we need to hold on to. And I think our emotions are often, I can hear it when I listen even to our governor here speaking. There's still anger over how things are done or weren't done or were mismanaged, and he's in a position where he sees that, so I'm not placing any blame on him. I think but he himself is even saying he'd like to not be in that place of anger, and we have to move beyond that. And I think personally for all of us, we have to look at the emotions that we want to move beyond and focus on the ones that we want to cultivate and hold closer to us and to have more present. And we need to look at the ones that we want to let go of, like I talked about last time, but we also need to really think and be clear about the ones that we want to cultivate and bring into our lives. So let's practice, and hopefully it will allow you to just reach a place of tranquility and some peace of mind that will allow you then just to go inside yourself and see so clearly how many of your good intentions and your good emotional states are still there, still with you. And we may be caught up in fear, we may be getting a little panicky, we may be lonely, we may feel the opposite of lonely, we may be feeling like our lives are too full, too many people in the house, too many people to take care of. So we're all coming from different personal places right now. We may be dealing with loved ones who are sick or in the hospital. We may not know many people being personally affected, but I'm thinking now that most of us are probably very aware personally of people who are suffering from the virus, in addition to just being more and more aware of how many people are having difficulties and experiencing the effects of this virus in so many other ways. So let's keep dealing with that. Let's keep looking for ways to rediscover ourselves, not changing ourselves, not becoming someone different, but rediscovering who we've always been and the parts of us that we've always wanted to have time and energy to sit with. So let's do that. Let's sit now. So if you can find in your home, I've got lots of quiet corners in my little apartment, but if you've got a lot of people, you might want to try to find a closet or the bathroom to just sit in if you have to, or just ask others to join you. And let's just sit or lie down on your back, propping up your neck and propping your knees up. Sit on a cushion, sit in a chair. If you're outside, you might be standing up. You might even be walking. So unless you're walking, close your eyes. That just helps cut off one more distraction. But if you want to leave your eyes open, you may have little ones you need to keep an eye on. That's okay too. Just begin to breathe and be so aware of your breathing, because for a lot of us, all it takes is listening to the news or hearing about someone you know having problems. That may be all it takes to trigger that fear or just that tightness. We want to look at that and be aware of what's there. We don't want to be in denial about any of our feelings. That's not helping. But for right now, just come into yourself. Be aware of each inhale and each exhale. Make these first deep breaths be deeper than normal breathing. See if you can feel it all the way down in your belly. Then as you exhale, let go of all the air down, all the way to that little bit of air left in your belly. Let these be long, calming breaths. Just stay with your breath now. If you stay with your breath, you're coming back to yourself. All the pieces that feel scattered around with whatever you are doing, whatever you have to do today, whatever's going on, bring all those pieces together right into your body. Just be present. Literally be in your physical body. We know our breath is in our body. Our breath is our life. When we stop breathing long enough, then we're absolutely dead. So if you're breathing now, you're alive, you're present. If you focus on your breath lovingly and attentively, you'll be in the present moment. A lot of our fear comes from our worries about what's gone on in the past, right up until 5 minutes ago. Our worries about the future, what's going to happen, what's coming up next. All of those things are not in the present moment. So for right now, just for this next 15, 20 minutes, stay in the present moment. Stay with your breath. Just keep breathing, relaxing. Keep coming back to your body, to your breath. For right now, there's nothing else you have to do. Relax. You can help your body relax by letting your shoulders drop each time you exhale. You can feel how much your shoulders keep creeping up if you're tense. And when we exaggerate that movement to let them relax, we can really have that sensation. Keep relaxing your body. We can't work with our minds if the tension in our body is a big distraction for us. Now let's begin loving kindness practice by sending comforting, friendly thoughts first to ourselves. I think it's important to start with ourselves, not because we want to be selfish, but because we're trying to learn what it feels like to really be able to offer friendliness and kindness and also compassion, especially these days. Compassion practice is essential. We need to experience that for ourselves, and then we're able to give it out to others. But if we don't know it's possible for ourselves, we won't believe that there's anything that we can be doing for others. So send thoughts of comfort. We send them as wishes to ourselves or blessings. May I be well. May I feel safe. May I be free from fear and worry and anxiety. May I be content. May I be able to experience moments of happiness and joy. And may I be filled with peace. You can change the words to suit you and to work that you know you resonate with. But just say these words, say these phrases to yourself over and over. You can do this anytime when you feel fear or anxiety creeping up on you. When you wake up in the middle of the night and you can't sleep. When you're walking, when you're doing chores, you can do this anytime. May I be well. May I feel safe. May I be free from fear. And may I be content. And may I be filled with peace. Now you may feel like you need to just stick with this, work on this, and that's perfectly okay. You may not even be ready to send it out if you're in a really fearful place. So keep working with yourself. But when you feel able to, and this helps with your own fear and anxiety and worry and discontent, so when you feel able to, we begin to send these same thoughts out, first to the people and our pets who are the closest beings to us. May my family members, may my extended family of friends, may the animals that are keeping me sane, may all of these beings be well, feel safe, be free from fear and worry and anxiety. May they be content and have moments of happiness and joy in their daily lives. May they be filled with peace. Just see your loved ones. Just see their faces smiling. And just extend these best wishes to them. And we're extending out beyond ourselves. That automatically feels good. The same things that we see that we need, we can extend those same things out to others. And that's sending compassion, as well as this quality of friendliness. Now we can move out even further. Just go as far as you're comfortable with. You can stay at any level as long as you need to. Let's move out now and move out to the community that you're living in right now. It might be your neighborhood, it might be, for me, I have an apartment building, but I'm not able to see my neighbors much at all. So I'm picking my apartment building and all the people who live here. You might have a church community that you want to send it out to. And send out these same wishes. May all of these people, some of them I know, some I never speak to, just because I don't know them. Some I might recognize and share a few words with, and some I'm very close to. But may all these people in whatever outside community you're thinking of send the same wishes to them that you've sent to your loved ones and to yourself. May all of you be well and be free from fear and worry and anxiety. May you feel safe. May you be content and even recognize times of happiness and joy. And may you be filled with peace. In whatever community we picked, it probably contains strangers, acquaintances, loved ones, and even difficult people. So we're getting out into the zone that's really like stepping off the cliff here, because we're sending this same quality of kindness and goodwill out to all beings, to all human beings now, to all the dogs in the apartments that maybe bark too much or aren't very friendly, in addition to your own pets that are perfect. So even to all living beings, some we like, some we're not so crazy about. Some we have a lot of challenges with. And that's the scary part. We're breaking down barriers that keep us separated. If there's anything we know right now, that we have to break down these barriers, which is ironic because we're also trying to create barriers so we can be around other living beings, but we don't get too close to the virus. So just think about that one. Anyway, we're trying to break down barriers that keep us feeling disconnected from the rest of the world, that make us feel disconnected from all beings, all life. That's life on this earth. That's life that we may not even be aware of. So now, if you're ready to extend out further, just allow yourself to feel these qualities, these wishes, this energy, this good energy radiating out from you. If it feels like a relief to be letting it extend out and out, just keep doing it. That's exactly how it should feel. If you can't do that, keep it closer where it feels more comfortable. Just extend these same wishes, these same blessings, the same good thoughts. Let it radiate out from you and let it extend out infinitely. So there's nowhere you want it to stop. There's nowhere it ends. Let it go way out beyond your imagination and extending out to all living beings, human and non-human. May all beings be free from discontent and suffering, from the causes of their suffering. May all living beings be free from fear and worry and anxiety, free from hunger and thirst, free from the extremes of the weather. May all living beings be able to care for themselves contentedly, or may they be well tended for by others who are capable. And may all beings, human and non-human, live in peace. Just come back and sit with your breath. Go back to being aware only of your breath. Be in the present moment. And we know that right now, in the present moment, we're fine, we're okay, we're breathing. Most of us in this country, or most of us, not all, have food, have housing. But we know in the world that that's not the case in many, many places. That's why it's important for us to be recognizing we are a part, we are all connected. We are a part of all of this. Be with your breath. With each inhale and with each exhale, now, when you feel ready, just open your eyes. You can go back and practice if you want more time, but I want to close just in the next 2 or 3 minutes. And I just want to say, we are finding our own inner resources to deal with this. When we know that for many people there's too much stress, too much going on in their personal lives, in their financial situation, worried about jobs, worried about illness. And I think by now most of us know specifically of people who are in the hospital, and we know that they can't have their loved ones with them. I know we're all worried about people in our own lives, fearing the worst for the future. But this is a time for us to be present with those emotions, but to be able to sit with them and recognize them and work through them so we can come to a place of peace and a place of tranquility that we're all going to need. I think we have to recognize, it's so important these days to recognize these are Buddhist teachings, but I think they're in all spiritual teachings, that we have to let go of, just simply abandon the worrisome, troublesome, unskillful thoughts that are up in our heads. We can't save anyone by worrying or being anxious for them. We can't make any problems go away by fretting about them and worrying about them. So as we begin to abandon our worry and abandon having the distractions that we typically have to keep us focused on everything else except ourselves, we're going to have more space in our heads to develop and cultivate these qualities that we want. And those are qualities of tranquility, qualities of serenity, peace, kindness, compassion. I think kindness and compassion are foremost. Patience may come right after that. We have to be patient. We know at some point we won't be in our houses. At some point, the virus will recede, but we don't know when that will be. We can't try to figure it out or make it happen sooner than it's going to happen. We can do everything we can to be active in preventing this virus from spreading. Primarily, that means staying inside, staying at home as much as you can, absolutely as much as you can. So we need to develop and rediscover ourself, the qualities that we can nurture, that are valuable, and then we can start letting go of the ones that are not helping us, and we can see what those are as we have more time in our daily lives now to reflect. So thank you for so many people. Thank you for watching. And I would like to say that Bob Hartwig is helping me at the temple, at Blue Lotus Temple. He's helping me put together a Q&A program. So we do this at the temple, and a lot of people enjoy it. So if you have questions or comments or ideas you'd like to share, or questions that are just situations that you'd like to work with on your own. If you have those things coming up in your life, you can just type them up here on Facebook, and Bob and I will put together a podcast or a Facebook Live to have some quality time together with everyone addressing those things. So thank you. It's been my joy to be able to give you anything of benefit that you can receive from sitting together. And may everything that we do every day not only be for our own benefit, but may it be for the benefit of all living beings. Thank you.